This educational video series is brought to you by East End Tick and Mosquito Control, a New York State licensed pest control company specializing in tick and mosquito control. A major contributor to the Stony Brook Southampton Hospital Regional Tick-Borne Disease Resource Center, Brian Kelly is committed to protecting the well-being of the residents of the East End. These educational videos have been produced with the goal of empowering Long Islanders through education. We hope you enjoy these lessons on tick bite safety and prevention. Hello, this is April Mill Boitano, President of TickWise Education. Welcome to the first lesson. What are ticks? Ticks are arachnids. They are in the same order classification as spiders and scorpions. In fact, small ticks can look just like baby spiders. How big are ticks? Ticks are very small. You can see some here pictured on someone's finger. There are 2 adults, 1 teenager, and 1 baby tick. So depending on where they are in their approximately 2-year life cycle, ticks can be different sizes. Going from right to left, the largest is the adult female tick. Then we see an adult male tick. Next, we see a teenage nymphal tick. And finally, we see the baby larva tick. Here's a closer look at a family of black-legged ticks, also known as deer ticks. As you can see, they have a rather flattened teardrop shape to them when they have not been fed. You'll also note that the baby ticks, also known as larvae, only have 6 legs. After their first meal, they will molt, which means they shed their outer skin and they grow an extra set of legs. To the right, you'll see 2 ticks that have fed. So when ticks have recently fed on a person or animal and their bellies full of blood, they will lose their teardrop shape and take on a rounder, more oval shape. As you've learned so far, ticks are very tiny and can be hard to see. This is why it makes it so important that you be aware of what ticks are, what they look like, and where they might be biting you. Ticks are tiny, and the baby ticks are the smallest. So on the left you can see tick larva, and on the right is an adult tick. There are an estimated 899 species of ticks worldwide. However, there are really only 3 that we're concerned with on Long Island, as they're the most commonly found ticks. There's the black-legged tick, also known as the deer tick, the Lone Star tick, which is relatively new, and the American dog tick. Ticks build their habitats close to the ground. They live in the grass, under bushes, under mulch, and anywhere that they can find some moisture. Ticks need moisture, water, to survive. As we learned in the last slide, ticks build their habitats close to the ground, and they generally stay close to the ground. In fact, ticks are rarely found above 18 inches off the ground, which is shown here in the photo. Ticks attached to an animal or a person can be found higher than that. In fact, they can be even found in a tree if they were attached to a squirrel or a bird. But be aware, ticks do not live in trees. They do not jump, they do not fly, they live in the ground, and they climb up. Ticks do not sunbathe. In fact, if they stay in the sun too long, they'll die by desiccation. We've all seen this word before. Desiccate means to dry out, and we've seen the word on those pillow packs that you might have seen in some dried fruit or beef jerky, or even with your new leather sneakers. Those pillow packs keep the moisture out. Moisture is what ticks need to live. Since ticks need moisture to live, these are their preferred habitats where they'll make a home: leaf piles, tall grass, and under bushes. Although all ticks need moisture to live, the Lone Star ticks are particularly aggressive and can be found out of places where you would expect to find a tick when they are hunting their prey. These ticks can be found in short grass, where dog ticks and deer ticks do not like to go, and these ticks will also be found on sidewalks, crossing over from one area of moisture to another area of moisture when they are hunting their prey. Just like mosquitoes, there's only one thing that ticks like, and that is to drink blood from humans and animals. Just like vampires. Silly jokes aside, ticks are not very picky. They will feed on anything that has blood, people and animals. A hedgehog, a dog, or a snake or lizard, doesn't matter. A tick will feed on anything that has blood. Ticks feed on people and animals by drinking their blood through a small straw called a hypostome. Ticks hunt by doing something called questing. Questing is when ticks will climb up onto something and wave their arms, waiting for an animal or person to pass by so they can grab onto them. If no animal or person passes by, after a period of time, the tick must return down to the ground to collect some more moisture into itself, or it will desiccate, dry out, and die. Tick attractants are things that ticks like and want to be close to. These things are carbon monoxide, which your car can give off, carbon dioxide, which humans and animals breathe out, and heat from living things. Ticks will bite people or animals anywhere they can. However, they do tend to gravitate towards places that you bend and sweat. So the more common places to find a tick on a human is under your armpits, on your head, neck, or behind your ears, behind your knees, around your waistline or in your belly button, and your groin area. Brian, Kelly, and I are so happy that you took the time to watch our video. Thank you for making your eyes tick wise. This last slide is something that we really want to stick in your memory. Please check yourself every day for ticks. Every day that the temperature is over 40 degrees. Ticks aren't active in the winter when there's snow on the ground and it's super cold, but in the spring and the fall and the summer, it's very important that you check yourself and your pets regularly. You do want to check yourself every night, but before that, if you've been in a tick habitat, stop and do a quick tick check. Check after mowing the lawn, while camping and hiking, and after playing outside. Every day we want you to shower at night and check yourself for ticks with your hands using soap and water. Then check yourself in the bathroom mirror and make sure that you haven't found any new freckles or bumps. If you find a tick on you, make sure you get some help and remove the tick as soon as you find one. Thanks again for watching our video. You have now trained your eyes to be tick wise. How about taking a quick quiz and see how much you remember? Question: where do ticks prefer to live? Is it A, your bedroom, B, the school cafeteria, C, in the grass, dirt, and bushes, or D, in haunted houses? The answer is C, in the grass, dirt, and bushes. Are you sure it's not D? Question: what do ticks feed on? Is it A, humans, B, reptiles, C, animals, or D, all of these living things in A, B, and C? And the answer is D, all of these living things. What is it called when ticks wave their arms and wait to grab on to an animal or person to feed on them? Is it A, hunting, B, questing, C, waving, or D, eating? The answer is B, questing. What is the only thing ticks will drink? Is it A, blood, B, Slurpees, C, Red Bull, or D, sweat? The answer is A. The only thing ticks will drink is blood. Here's a vocabulary question. Which word means to dry out? Is it A, hypostome, B, arachnid, C, desiccate, or D, tick? And the answer is C, desiccate. To desiccate means to dry out.